Have you ever had someone set the expectation that this is going to be the most amazing thing ever and you're going to love it so much? And then your experience isn't quite that. Not everything extraordinary is always going to land the same way for different people, of course. And that was my experience in Venice. There was so much expectation wrapped around going to Venice. All of the photos I've seen and the movies and the history and the canals, the gondolas, the romance, the mythology of it all. Before we even arrived, I had absorbed the narrative that this is going to be so magical and this will be my favorite. And parts of it were so magical, truly unlike anything I have ever experienced. The light on the water, the narrow passageways, the smells, the feeling of floating through history, the uneven floors everywhere you go. But it also felt heavy. We were mid in our trip, our 4-week adventure. It was like at the midpoint. So naturally, we were tired. We also had a tiny little place that we were sharing, my partner and I. We had a big argument. It was incredibly crowded because of Carnival. It was loud. It was intense. There wasn't much breathing room. After we left Venice, I was on the phone with my mom and she said, of all the places you've been so far, is Venice your favorite? And that question held that expectation, but it wasn't my favorite. It was certainly the most unique, the most surreal, the most layered, but not my favorite. So I told her that, and that felt important. The leadership lesson, sometimes the thing everyone else says should be the best won't land that way for you. That doesn't mean that you're ungrateful or that you've missed something or you're doing it wrong. It just means you're honest and you have your experience. I think we do this in leadership all the time. We assume that the promotion will feel amazing. The big launch will feel so triumphant. The keynote will feel euphoric. And when the experience comes with fatigue or tension or complexity, we think that something's off or we've done something wrong. But real life is layered, just like Venice is, just like leadership is. Something can be extraordinary and exhausting at the same time. Something can be magical and hard, iconic and not your favorite. So the reflection I'm holding is this. Where are you letting expectation override your actual experience? And what would it look like to trust your truth, even when it doesn't match the narrative? Sometimes leadership is simply allowing yourself to say, that was powerful, and it wasn't my favorite. Both can be true. What a great way to take care of yourself and ultimately each other.